Hey guys, another update for you on our Snowbird trip. In the last episode, we were on the Oregon coast doing some storm and wave watching. If you missed that, I'll link back to the playlist for this year's Snowbird trip. Well, we finally made it to the desert. We're out boondocking, kind of off by ourselves in Trona Pinnacles, which is in California, about 40 miles west of Death Valley. Really nice place. It's got these fascinating pinnacles, lots of cool places to hike around. Good photography for Anne, and maybe she can fly her drone around here, do some star photography. We decided just to kind of hang out here because the weather is a little warmer than normal for this time of year. Usually around this time of year it might be maybe 60s, even in the 50s Fahrenheit, but we're looking at a little stretch of weather going into December that's going to be up into the low 70s even. And most important of all, it's supposed to be low wind because this place is out in a valley that could get quite windy if it got any kind of storm coming through here. So anyway, we're on the coast, and it was starting to, another big storm was coming in, what they call a bomb cyclone or whatever. Anyway, a big Pacific Northwest storm was on the way. So we had enough of the wet and cool weather, had our fill of the waves, so wanted to book it down towards California. So we left where we were at Winchester Bay and headed over, first stop, Seven Feathers Casino. It's about maybe 3 hours away. Overnighted there because we wanted to get up early to get over the pass, the Siskiyou Pass, and over around Mount Shasta on Interstate 5. Because there was that storm coming in, and if we didn't get over in time, we would have been kind of stopped on the other side of the pass, and there was going to be snow on the pass for the next several days. So got up at 9 o'clock, and we made it across. It was a little foggy right at the highest point, but it wasn't frozen, which is the main thing. There's a little bit of rain here and there along the way. Once we got down into California, the sun came out. We drove for about 5 or 6 hours because we did get up at 9 o'clock. Usually we'll stop in Redding at the Camping World and overnight there, but we pushed on and made a long day of it and stopped at a new place to us, Calusa Casino, about an hour north of Sacramento. Last year when we were coming up in the spring, we scouted it out, and they have a dirt parking lot in the back. You just have to go tell security that you're going to be overnighting. There's no charge or anything. And right beside it is a fuel station run by the casino. Has pretty inexpensive fuel compared to a lot of places down there in that part of California. There's always a big lineup of cars going through there. But in the back section, there's diesel pumps, so you can get the RV around there. They also have a free dump and water fill, a little dog walking area. And it's really clean, really good place to stop in to kind of do that. And then we wanted to go to Sacramento Wildlife Refuge, and I had booked previously 3 days at Chico Rice Farm, which is only 5 minutes away from Sacramento Wildlife Refuge, because we stopped there in the spring and did some bird watching. But in November, late November, early December is when the most birds are there. It's like peak birds. All the snow geese are there, and just thousands and thousands of ducks. I think 1.8 million birds are in the whole kind of Sacramento Wildlife Refuge complex. Drink. So we got to Chico Rice Farm. It's part of the Harvest Host system, and you get one free night. And if you want extra nights, it was only $20 a night. So I had booked in the extra nights, but we only got to stay one night because that storm was pushing through. And the storm was spinning up in the northwest, but underneath it was causing a big atmospheric river, kind of like a fire hose of rain coming into the northern California area, right where we would be. So that place is kind of prone to flooding and stuff. So I decided, okay, we'll just cut our visit short. We only stayed one night. I told the host there, you know, we're going to leave. And he says, yeah, big storm coming. So he was understanding. So we left there and went on the other side of Sacramento, past Stockton, near the town of Tracy, to a friend of mine's farm. He lets us overnight in his, it's kind of like in a vineyard. So we went down there, and it was far enough south that it wouldn't, you know, pour rain on us. So we actually stayed there 2 nights, but the rain was tracking south by then. So next stop was to go a couple hours down Interstate 5 to a favorite stop of ours called Harris Ranch Inn. We've stopped there a number of times now, and they allow free overnighting in the parking lot. So it's really nice. There's, you know, nice trees and palm trees, lots of birds, and it's a really nice facility. Has a nice restaurant, pulled pork and I think beef barbecue, and also a highlight for Ann is the bakery. So we grabbed a couple cream horns. They make really good baked goods there, and they have a gift store and stuff like that. So we go in and kind of buy stuff they being kind enough to let us overnight in their parking lot. And I also noticed that they're finally making headway on their RV park. They had a sign there for the last few years that they're going to have an RV park, and now they've laid down slabs, and they have, it looks like sewer and power in there. So I went and asked at the front desk, and they said maybe January they might be open, first phase of 20 sites. So it might be interesting. It looks like it'll probably be expensive, but if they let you swim in the pool, it might be worth it. She told me they're actually thinking of putting a pool in the RV park too, so it might be a nice stopover. And then the next stop, we went to visit our friends in Mojave. We've always stopped in there with some good friends in Mojave, and I just kind of mooch dock in the driveway. He has full hookups in his driveway, and we like to visit them and hang out there and do a few reviews of products and stuff like that. It makes a convenient location if I need power or anything. It's got a full garage set up. If I need to do any work on the RV, it's a nice driveway with all the tools and stuff, so I can do any maintenance I want on the RV. So we stayed there a number of nights, but like I say, I saw this weather coming, so we left yesterday, and it's about only around 2 hours to get here from Mojave, California down here. And we arrived, and it was just beautiful. And we were out hiking today around the gorgeous pinnacles, and we're just happy to be down in the dry weather now. So that's about it for now. Stay tuned. I might do some video footage around here, and we're going to stay here at least a week, maybe even longer, as the weather stays nice and not windy and warm. We'll stay here, and then we'll move on from there. So stay tuned. If you want to follow along and get updates, I have a Substack newsletter now. You can go, and I'll have a link to that, and also I'll have a link to my previous video of this place that we were here in 2015. It's back when I still had Angie, our little beagle, and we did some hiking around. So I have some photos and a video footage from this place. It's a free kind of BLM place. I think it's a national landmark, and it's run by the BLM. I noticed they've done some work here and kind of like put in signs and blocked off areas where they're trying to restore the desert, but they have put a lot of areas where you can camp. You can come in and camp. One word of caution, though: the road in is about 5 miles, and it's not really maintained great. There's not too many dips or anything, but it's very washboardy, so there's a lot of and you can only go around 10-15 miles an hour on it, so it's takes around a half hour of washboard, so that kind of keeps all the crowds away anyway. Anyway, till next time, Ray from Love Your RV and Boat. Cheers, guys. Oh, I almost forgot. P.S. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends. Today is American Thanksgiving. We had our Thanksgiving in Canada back in October, so had our fill of turkey then, but we did manage to buy a turkey down here too. I love when they go on sale.